Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys something super cool and new from NUMB KnifeWorks. If you guys don't remember from 2025, he developed the pinch lock, which is a really cool system. It's actually it was my favorite new locking system of 2025. Mainly given that it was so unbelievably simple to manipulate. It was safe, very effective, and pretty darn strong, right? I'm not like triad lock strong, but very strong, and something that he can implement on it. I'm going to say, I don't want to get too rambly here at the beginning. We have seen so much of the same locking systems that pretty much any new locking system is hyper interesting to all of us. And the ones that really stand out are the ones that are not just interesting and different, but that are functional and convenient. And, you know, in a lot of cases like this one, really fidgety. So everybody really flocked to NUMB KnifeWorks to check out the N1 Cornerstone. And it should be a huge neon sign to a lot of knife companies and knife designers. Like, if you make a new interesting locking system that is easy to manipulate and fun to manipulate, people are going to absolutely rush to buy your product, especially if it's made super well, like the N1 Cornerstone. I mean, that's what people in our community are really craving right now, is stuff that is truly different. So that's awesome. This is a prototype. I don't know exactly when it comes out, and we are just doing an unboxing and first impressions today, so I don't have all of the details, but you guys should definitely be paying attention to his website, which will be linked down in the description. I would also suggest that you follow him on Instagram for additional details, and he can, of course, jump down into the comments and provide additional information as far as like when, you know, something like this is going to come out. But I do appreciate you sending this prototype in. I do not get to keep this. I'm going to move it on to, I believe, Rob's Nerdy Knives afterwards. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. What a long intro, Complex. Geez, 2 minutes before we even get to see the knife. Somebody down in the comments will timestamp it, I'm sure. Okay, so this is the new N5. We have 2 pocket clips. He pointed out to me that a couple of changes are going to be made for this knife, because this is, like I said, it's a prototype. So the 2 pocket clips are, of course, it's right or left-handed. It looks like we got a filler tab here. You flip this one around and the curvature will be the wrong way. So it looks like he's going to include 2 pocket clips with each knife, which is cool, because the pinch lock is an ambidextrous locking system. So benefiting, you know, or allowing right and left-handed people to optimize it is a good idea. I would have initially commented, oh my God, that pocket clip is way too tight. But he told me in the email, he said the pocket clip is going to be adjusted so that it's not nearly as tight when the knife comes out. And then he's also going to change the jimping, I guess. But everything else is going to be the same. So we now have a combination opening slot, front flipper, and rear flipper. Oh boy, that does work. The interesting thing about this locking system is, you know, it's engaged by like a pinching movement. a pinching movement? I feel like that's the wrong way to say that. You pinch it, right, when you want it to close. But because each tab has its own detent ball, you get a nice clicky detent, which works beautifully with a flipper tab. That works really well. Man, the choke up position on this. I got a real thing. I was so worried. I was like, I know exactly how this is going to feel. It's going to be too small. The forward choil is going to be too small. And there's a flipper tab there. It's going to mash my finger in, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Not at all. And I'll tell you why. He made this area huge, right? A lot of people don't like choils, and that's perfectly fine, right? If you look at this and you're like, I don't like choils. Well, fortunately for you, you have about 10 billion options on the knife market today at any price point you could imagine. $20, $50, $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $2,000. You've got so many freaking choices. It's unbelievable. It is. Now, I used to say 10 times what it was 10 years ago. I think it's 100 times what it was 10 years ago. It is okay to not like this. You have too many other options, right? You just go check out one of those options. But anyways, on a little knife like this that's going to have a flipper tab, the only way to make sure that this area is not wasted with, people. I don't have the biggest hands in the whole world, but there's a lot of guys who enjoy this hobby, this part of the industry, who have hands that are about exactly the same. From that basketball tournament, I still don't have that X washed off of there, but they have the same hand size as me, right? My younger brother and my dad, for example, they have the same overall size. I think my younger brother's hands are slightly bigger, actually, but his fingers are also thicker than mine. There are plenty of people who enjoy this hobby who have hands smaller and larger than mine, but I feel like I represent a pretty good, like this industry and this hobby is dominated by males, by adult men, right? I mean, our community is like 98% adult men, right? So this choil size is super important if your preferences for the size of the object is a more compact object like this, right? I like to carry a pocket knife. I just don't want to carry around this huge, freaking honking thing. It's just crazy. Well, if you're going to do this flipper and forward choil combination, that forward choil, in my opinion, needs to be big enough to accommodate for the majority of people. You 2XL, 3XL glove wearers, you guys probably SOL most of the time. But for the majority, this is going to fit you perfectly. And look at this, the second jimping zone up here. How awesome. This is beautifully, beautifully comfortable. If you're wondering, wouldn't two detent balls create like excess drag? Yeah, they would if they were contacting the blade face while you were pinching it. And when you pinch this, it lifts both tabs completely away and both detent balls completely away from that blade face. So there is no drag. It falls down into the closed position beautifully. Something that I really love about the pinch lock is, even though the operational tabs are exposed on the outside, like for example, where the heck are you? There. Love the Raccoon. This is the newer one, right? Button operated top liner lock. This is cool, but in some situations you might, just by squeezing it, maybe your finger lands on that button and while you're squeezing it, the lock disengages, right? You can disengage one tab by squeezing, right? Maybe I'm left-handed, I'm squeezing, my middle finger is right on that tab and I squeeze. You have to disengage both tabs in order for the thing to actually fully disengage, right? It's possible, but you have to do both. And by that point, I think you would realize that you're doing it. For the most part, especially choked up, I don't think so. I think during use, you're going to be pretty aware of exactly where your hands are, right? Natural positions where I would use this knife, right, where I would put my hands, probably here for draw cuts, probably here, right? Maybe I'd hammer grip it in some situations. I think most of the time if I was going to do like heavy cutting, I'd be here. I think in this situation, this might be the most likely for an accidental disengagement, but still right-handed, most of the pressure is here and then on either side of the button if I consider where my fingers go. There is maybe choked up, maybe this middle finger is on that tab. Yeah, you could if you squeezed hard enough, right? So pay attention to that. That's something to consider. That really depends on how you're going to use it and, your hand size and where your fingers naturally fall. But for the most part, I think casual knife use, I think you'd be okay. Very cool. Let's go ahead and I assume it's the same OEM as last time, which admittedly I have forgotten, but we'll cover all of this in detail when I actually do the full comprehensive review. The overall length of this guy, the smallest model he's done yet, if I'm not mistaken, is about 6.35 inches. Blade length is coming in at 2.75, and your cutting edge is actually just shy of 2.25. Yeah, it's like 2.2. Some size comparisons. What do we have out here today? I don't have a lot. I got a bunch of budget knives out here today. So the Martin, no, that's not a budget knife. Martin 330, QSP, Penguin. We could do, here, Vosteed Raccoon. That's the other one. I don't know where that one went. What do we have? We got the Civivi Gambit right here. We have, I forget what this one's called. Whoops. The Acacia, CGRB Acacia, Miguron Moyarl. There you go. Pretty cool. Obviously, this is going to be a premium knife. It's going to be a fairly expensive knife. It looks like he's got M390 there, and I believe he was over 60 HRC on his last one. Then again, he may have used Magnicon on his last one. I can't remember. I'll make sure and get all the details for you guys when we do the final review, but that's going to be it for today. So appropriate links in the description. I don't have any dates for you yet, but if he wants to jump in the comments and clarify, I'll pin his comment. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.